Welcome back, Tales from the Pit. I'm DW Sauer, and today I am really excited on this one. And it's not really so much of a story per se, even though I'm probably going to give you a bit of a background story here in just a second. But I've been waiting for something like this for a while now, and we finally have it. We have Testament Remastered. They've put out two new remastered albums, and thrilled. I'm excited, not going to lie. All giddy with this because I wanted to wait and do a bit of a reaction story with this, slash just kind of telling you about why I was so excited about seeing Testament releasing some remastered albums. So here's a little backstory on me and Testament. Testament is one that I really wanted to see for a long time. And when my first opportunity to see this, and you might have already heard this story because I have talked about it, was at a festival, and they were playing at the exact same time as Hatebreed. And I was torn because I've never got to see Hatebreed either. But had to go see Testament. Did not disappoint. Do not regret that decision because honestly, I didn't know if I would ever get to see Testament again. They've been around for a long time. The singer, Chuck Billy, he had a cancer scare, went through treatment, all that stuff. So, it's just one of those things where it's life and you just don't know what's going to happen. And so especially these bands from the 80s, I really want to try to see before something bad happens to them. And I know that sounds terrible for me to say something like that, but it's true. I definitely want to make sure that these older bands I grew up listening to get that first priority as far as watch. Got to see Testament again later on, and I also got to see Hatebreed several times, and they don't disappoint either. So it's not been bad. But this has been a long intro into Testament for you, and one of my favorite songs for Testament is Alone in the Dark. And I could not believe that this was one of the first ones they released, the remasters as far as the legacy. Now, I'm going to have to go do more research to see if more than 2 albums have been released. But my issue with the Testament albums is because they are so old, and I hate to put it that way, but the sound quality is not as great on their albums. Even if you go to a streaming source now, and you listen to the original song, you can tell it's got some age to it just by the quality of the sound. I'm not an expert on sound or anything, but I think if you go and listen to it, you're like, yeah, that's got some age to it. Hearing these remastered albums is going to be amazing, I think, because some bands like Iron Maiden, they've already had 2 or 3 different remastered versions of the same album, and so for Testament to finally have a remastered album to me is just going to be huge because Iron Maiden came out roughly same time frame, same era, and for them to have all these multiple album remasters kind of just shows you that some of these other bands should have had it too prior to 20 plus years later. I first got my first Testament album was actually from the Record Exchange. I've got Live from the Apocalyptic City. It only has, I think, like 6 tracks on it. I could be wrong, but it's not many. It was very short. I picked it up for $1, and I listened to the heck out of that album. And Alone in the Dark, getting back on track, that is one of my favorites. And we're gonna take a listen to Alone in the Dark. Sorry, I'm so excited. Alone in the Dark remastered for the first time. Let's check it out. Love this intro. Here we go. Love this. Gotta love these lyrics too. turn it up again. It's great. I find out the social rules, break my mind, and it's so true, I need them falling into little realm. Alone in the dark, where the demons are torturing me. I'm not gonna sing it more, I'm just gonna do it. All that I see. Fastest prepares the leeches of the night to find us from the front of the ride. Aimlessly people of the hood, ill get it back, wreaking daily havoc of the kind. I've fallen in my deepest sleep to meet the evil after all this title is the granted of hell. I fight until the end is bitter in my mind of hope to feel my destination lies in my dreams. I love this part here. Sounds phenomenal. Love this bit. Was a very young, so some scheme to claim my mind. Then the making to a mask. The master of the game and one, let his final see be known. He knows to stand in his path. Alone in the dark, where the demons are torturing me. The dark returns of revenge is all that I see. Armies of witches are calling from the Lord, murders of elders are turned. Version the sad part. The high priest of evil has lowered his high fist. Thousands of people die. That was great. Not gonna lie, highly enjoyed that, and I tell you that did not disappoint with the remastered. Like I said, 1987 was actually the year the Legacy came out, so it has been a long time since we've heard, I think, this type of quality out of a Testament. The older stuff. Now they've been putting out music on a regular, and their last few albums have been really great in my opinion. They were awesome. 5 horns out for that. But 1987 been a while. They've had this on some greatest hits as well, but to me, this remastered was just, that was amazing. 5 horns up with that. You know, I'm thrilled. I mean, it's great that they're getting remastered albums out for them because they, like I said, I think they should have been in part of the big 4. I mean, honestly, just include 5 at this point because I do think Testament has been such a huge factor in the metal world and thrash, but that's just me. That's my opinion. What do you think? I know this has been a debate for ages, ever since the Big 4 first came out. You know, I remember with Testament being a topic of the conversation. Should they have been included? Should they have not? You know, what are your thoughts? Like I said, I know it might have seemed like I went on a big hating rant with Metallica and Megadeth, but I guess it may have come across, I didn't mean it that way. Like I said, for me, Metallica is not one I really want to listen to anymore. Megadeth, I'll listen to on occasions, but they're not going to be one of my go-to, like, I'm commute to work bands like they used to be back in the day. But I think both bands have definitely made their mark. And of course, with Dave, with Metallica, made his mark with that band too. Their legacy in metal is definitely preserved. It's not going to be hindered by any means, and they will, I'm sure, continue to be named as an influence for metal musicians as they come along. But you know, we'll see how people react to this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't hear Testament before today, definitely check them out. So many great songs, so many great albums. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, but I could be wrong. And let me know what your thoughts are as far as did you enjoy this type of thing, because this reaction to something that I already really have known well. I'm like I said, Alone in the Dark has been one of my favorite songs by Testament, although the list of favorite songs by Testament is long. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy seeing something like this as far as me going back and listening to something that had been remastered? So it was kind of, I not listening to the first time, but yet hearing the quality for the first time is new. So just let me know. What are your thoughts? If you're new here, please subscribe. Let me know what you think. It goes a long way to help me out. So I appreciate y'all. Take care.